So, as you might have seen, a leak list got out. It's from the same person that did the leak list for last update, and it was extremely accurate. Here's a picture of that leak, well, for the last update, and you can see how everything is basically on point. But the leak list that we have right now is pretty interesting, since some of it has been confirmed, and basically today we're talking about the legitimacy of this leak list and what we could expect from War Thunder and the next patch. The part one of this quote-unquote leak list includes an F-15 Su-27, that's for the aircraft T-90M, and the Challenger and the Abrams that already have been featured in a dev blog, which basically suggests that this is going to, well, at least towards a solid direction. F-15 Su-27, those planes are going to be a little bit of a game changer, and I'll tell you why in a little second. On the second part of the leak list, we can see that there is the J-11, which, if you don't know, it is a Chinese Su-27, and it's a little bit different since the early models, very early models of the Su-27s couldn't carry R-77s, but the J-11s can. If you don't know what an R-77 is, or an AIM-120, because these are going to be missiles in the future to be added to War Thunder, these are just basically radar-guided missiles that can guide themselves. Like the Phoenix, but way better than the Phoenix, way lighter, way accurate, and, well, as they develop and upgrade, they become more lethal and potent and with a lot of range. That's like the best newbie way that I could explain it. We get a Tornado IDS as a premium and a JAS-39 Gripen. Everybody knows the Gripen. I have done a couple of videos about the Gripen, so if you're interested in that, just click on my channel. After you watch this video, you'll find like a couple of videos about them. I explain how are they going to be introduced, what their weaknesses are, what their strengths are, what armaments may they carry, and it's going to be the Vegan C as Gaijin has stated, so I'm at least expecting that. Gaijin could, well, bring in a different one, because Gaijin does what Gaijin does, and they always, yeah, they change their minds. A Mirage 4000 also is seen on the part 3, and that is updated way later. According to this leak list, it's really insane what we're seeing. And as a plane main, basically, I'm a pilot in War Thunder. I don't play tanks that much unless it's for CAS, and mostly for video reasons. If this turns out to be true, and like I said, the way that we're heading, this looks like it is true. It is absolutely a game changer, because at least finally we're getting some of the good stuff. Not a MiG-29 that loses its energy on one turn. I'm talking about the SMT and the poor choice of the SMT version that Gaijin went with. I'm talking about like actual fighting planes that will mess up your day. The F-15 is notorious. The plane is literally an entire wing that is propelled with a couple of engines that produce enough thrust to mess your day up, believe me. And the Su-27, if you think that the MiG-29 is big, the Su-27 is bigger than that. Think of an F-14 but for Russia, but without the swing wing configuration and all of that. Carries 4 R-73s plus 2 ETs plus 4 ERs. Yes, the R-27s. All of those on one plane. The body of the plane and the massive wings and the massive structure of it just make it a dream to fly, and it is going to be one of the easiest planes to get into and fly in War Thunder. But no, let's not just say that to get into, but because you're going to get, well, the Su-27 later on, but it's going to be way better than the MiG and way easier than the MiG to fly. At least that's, well, with my experience with other games. The Gripen, to be fairly honest, everybody loves the plane. To be fairly honest, too, another time, I don't know how this the plane is going to act in War Thunder, especially with the F-15 and the 27 being added. To be fairly honest with you, I'm a little bit skeptical. about the addition of the Gripen right now, because the hype is something that kills a lot of vehicles in War Thunder, and I fear that the Gripen will be DOA on introduction, because let's face it, if it's going to be the C model, it's not going to have enough thrust, it's not going to have the best aerodynamics, it's not going to have the best of everything that the Gripen that people dream about is going to be in the game. If you know what I mean. Like, I bust that up while saying it, but you at least get what I mean. So maybe it will be balanced depending on what type of F-15 or Su-27 we're going to get. The Mirage 4000, well, we'll get into that in a little bit, but when it comes to the basically the JAS-39, the Gripen, I'm a little bit skeptical about that, and I hope that Gaijin doesn't mess it up. When it comes to the Mirage 4000, it's still the same delta wing configuration, and basically all I'm going to say is a lot of thrust. Way too much thrust. I'm not going to stay in here and act like I know every single little bit of detail about the Mirage 4000, because when it comes to the Mirage series, I like the 2K is my limit. Like, I know that plane, that's about it. I know that they equip the Mecha missiles in the future, which is something pretty OP if you think about it, and it's going to be introduced to War Thunder. As far as my knowledge goes, the Mecha missiles basically is a family of missiles that will specialize in everything. It's the same missile body. It is a thrust vectoring missile that can be equipped with different warheads or different seeker heads, so it can be used as a Fox 1, Fox 2, or a Fox 3. Basically, you have your Fox 3 mecha, you have your Fox 2 mecha, which is the IR, and the Fox 1, which is the active, like the semi-active radar-guided homing missile. The one that you lock the plane with a radar so you can shoot and never forget about it. This is pretty interesting because it's going to be a very, very interesting missile indeed, and it's going to be one of the few missiles that we get in-game that will have the active radar homing ability, basically the Fox 3 ability with a thrust vectoring thingy-mabob on it, and it's going to be pretty unique. So at least I'm excited about the armaments that we're going to get. The airframe is not going to be a huge factor in the future, because all of these planes will change War Thunder to a completely new level, especially if they get all of their armaments. Dude, let me tell you right now, War Thunder is just going to be like, take off, launch your missiles, and who survives can get a little bit closer to fight with other radar missiles. It's going to be BVR upon BVR upon BVR, and what scares me the most about War Thunder is it's still set up, like, jets nowadays are still set up as like World War II planes. Other than that, to the basic point of the video, are the leaks true? Well, they seem like they are. And to be fairly honest with you, I would love to fly these planes. Like, I've been away from War Thunder because a lot of things happening, but at least these planes could give me a little bit of a breath of a fresh air, let's say it like that. I want to come back to the game in a specific way, and I hope that well, it's not going to be an utter and huge disappointment, especially with the mixed matchmaking. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed this video, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.